attempt to go live and had a lot of feedback there, so I had to end that. But back with you live. I'm Martin Houston, and I lead the organization Empowerment Leadership and People Solutions. So glad to be with you this morning. Hopefully, can share a little bit information this morning to help you grow in your journey as a leader. Today, I want to just introduce you to the concept of the three-layered leadership pyramid. The three-layered leadership pyramid has three major areas that you must master as a leader. Number one is you must lead yourself. Number two is you must lead your team. And number three, you must lead your organization. So, once again, the foundational layer is lead yourself. Before you can lead others, you have to lead yourself well. Number two is lead your team. And then the peak is leading your organization, your department, whatever area you're ultimately responsible for. There's 9 major attributes or disciplines that you must have if you're going to lead effectively. Number one, in leading yourself, you must build credibility or trust, connectivity, and buy-in. So credibility is huge. You must also be disciplined, and you must be a lifelong growth, person of growth, this lifelong learner. So once again, to lead yourself effectively, you need credibility, you need discipline, and you need growth. So that's the foundation. Then the next thing, once you get yourself in order, you must lead your team. You must create influence. You must be a person of influence. You must be a person of connection, and you must align what you say, what you believe, what you do with what you want your team to do. So that's creating connectivity, building buy-in, casting a vision, developing people, guiding execution. And then the third layer, or the top layer itself, is that you must understand legacy. I mean, it's okay to want to leave a legacy as a leader. When you're no longer here, what do you want your team to say about you and what you did? You must build strategy, and that is the process of how we're going to get to where we want to go. And then you are the culture builder, maintainer, protector of culture. So those are the three things. You do that, and you do that by creating organizational clarity. You do that by aligning values, vision, and ensuring execution. You do that by building a leadership pipeline that is mission critical. You also champion innovation and resilience. You model that. And then you also get beyond just your walls. You influence community, industries, and even future generations when you get to that point and do it at a high level. So I'll wrap up once again with the three-layered leadership pyramid. Is first, you must lead yourself. It's the foundation of credibility and building trust. Before a leader can guide others, they must master themselves. This layer builds trust, discipline, and personal alignment. It's the bedrock of authentic leadership. Leading yourself is where character is shaped, habits are formed, self-awareness is sharpened, standards are set. So when a leader grows internally within themselves, they show up. That shows up externally with clarity, confidence, and consistency. Second layer is lead your team, the engine of influence. This is where in leadership is influence. Influence is leadership, nothing more, nothing less. The engine of influence. This layer determines whether people will follow you and or simply look at you and go, what are you talking about? Or just simply work around you but not follow you. Leading your team here, once again, is about creating connection, buy-in, casting that vision consistently. It's about developing people. It's about guiding execution, and it's about managing relational dynamics. So there's a lot that goes into that middle section. But when a leader can excel in this particular area, they build momentum and they multiply their impact through others, and their influence begins to expand because trust is built and deepened there. The third layer is leading your organization. And when I say organization, it's whatever area you're responsible for. If you're the CEO, you have a full organization. If you're CFO, you're over the finance. If you're a department leader, you're over marketing. If you're the frontline team, your organization are those shift employees. So that's what I'm talking about there. And this is leadership at scale. This is where your influence goes to the next level. It's where leaders, where you shape the culture of your team, your environment, you drive the strategy, you are the architect of the systems and the processes and the things that outlast your presence. In other words, this is where you get to the place where what you put in place, someone has the opportunity to come in and continue to build on, or they have to make a complete shift in that organization if they're replacing you. In this layer, leaders create organizational clarity, align values, vision, and execution, which ultimately, and I'll teach on execution at a later time, but execution is what it's all about. You have all of the greatest vision, values, etc. But if execution doesn't happen, then leadership, influence and productivity really never happens. You build leadership pipelines. It's more than just about the people who are with you. It's about what the future holds, and you at this level begin to build those pipelines. You build bench strength. You have succession plans. That you champion innovation and resilience. You model that, and you allow it to flourish under your leadership. And this is where leaders build legacy, because organization leadership determines what remains after you leave the game. And so you influence the communities in which you are located in, you influence the industries in which you live in and support, and you influence the future. And the reason the pyramid works is each layer, the reason the three-layered leadership pyramid will work is each layer strengthens the one above it. In other words, if you're stronger in leading yourself, you naturally will be able to lead teams better. And if you have better teams, you ultimately have better organization. Sounds a lot like the threefold model or the three-legged model or the three tenets of empowerment leadership and people solutions, where we empower better people, stronger teams, and championship cultures. And this is kind of the foundation for how you do that. If you miss out on the first layer and don't lead yourself, the second layer is going to collapse. It's just not going to hold up. So it does all start, a lot of times everybody says it's about the team, it's about them. But when it comes to leadership, where it starts is all about you. Where it ends is all about them. So ignore this first or second step and the entire pyramid collapses, and leading a great organization becomes impossible if you do not lead yourself and lead your teams well. But when all three are aligned, you are an authentic, credible, empowered, strong leader that's building a great culture, a great organization, and great things are ahead. The pyramid is not just a model, it is a model, but it's a leadership operating system that if you do it correctly, you'll transform yourself, but you'll also transform and create better people, stronger teams, and a championship culture. Hey, I'd love to hear from you. What layer are you on? Comment in this video. Which one of these layers do you need to work on? Are you right now a leader who is trying to develop yourself, build credibility, build discipline or growth? Or maybe you've mastered that. Well, don't let it slip. Stay on it. Now you're ready to move to leading your team. And maybe you've done a great job of influencing and connecting and aligning and casting vision. And now you're ready to move to that legacy step of strategy and culture and in building a pipeline. Now, here's the interesting part as I close. You have to do all three of these at all times, but you start with the bottom. What I mean by that is once you get to the point where you're leading yourself and then leading great teams and you're ready to go to the third level, you can't forget about layer one. You can never forget about layer one. Once you get to layer 2, you can't. I mean, once you get to layer 3, you can't forget about layer 2. So it's an ongoing process. You can't skip to layer 1. I mean, layer 3, which is the top pinnacle. But most importantly, when you get to 3, you have to still be doing layers 1 and 2. So I appreciate you hanging in here with me for a few minutes this morning. I'm Martin Houston. I lead Empowerment Leadership and People Solutions. And we're a leadership organization that speaks, trains, coach, keynotes, boot camps, etc. And we love the opportunity to work with you, CEO of this organization, but also an executive director with Maxwell Leadership and certified team. Have a great event coming up I would love for you to participate in. And that event is Empowerment Leadership Series, and it's powered by Live to Lead. Great organization, great conference that John Maxwell helps to power for us. It's going to be January 27th and February 28th here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Northport. Bryant Conference Center, Synergic Center, Empowerment Leadership Series. Powered by Live to Lead. One conference, 2 days, endless growth. Great opportunity for you to be a part. You can go to martinhouston.org, martinhouston.org. Click on the Live to Lead tab, find out all the information. Hey, some of the people that are involved include the likes of John Maxwell, Jesse Owens of Savannah Bananas, Tiffany Bova, former Salesforce employee, great leader that has had great influence. Anthony Trucks, former NFL player who had a path of dark, he calls it dark work. A lot of times and opportunities to quit, give up, and give in, but he kept fighting. Craig Rochelle, one of the great leadership minds out there. Just go check these people out, and there's more. And then we're going to have local leaders, myself and others included. Great conference once again. It's Empowerment Leadership Series powered by Live to Lead. One conference spread out over 2 days, different speakers at each conference, different breakout sessions. But it's one conference, 2 days, endless growth. We'd love for you to be a part. Very reasonably priced. You can find all the details at martinhouston.org/live to lead. Thank you, and I'll be back with you hopefully in a couple of days to share some more leadership thoughts. But don't forget the 3-layered leadership pyramid. Lead yourself, lead your team, and lead your organization. You must master each of these if you're going to be the best version of yourself and create an organization that has better people, stronger teams, and a championship culture.